All right, 50 Cent Session 10. So this was a really good read, and there's a lot of things I want to discuss. The first line is, he says, whether you're a boss, a partner, or just a worker, you have to create an environment where people can be honest about their character with you. Otherwise, you're going to build unsustainable situations. And then he has another line that follows it saying, if you're walking on a crutch, there's a limit on how far you can go. And what he means by crutch, he means by living like a life that is not you, like you're kind of being fake and you're not like, embracing like who you are. One example he uses is Ja Rule, who's a rapper slash artist, if you don't know who he is. And he initially started making like fun, female oriented music, but then he kind of wanted to embrace being a gangster, and his group recommended that too. And so he ended up dropping a record label that said Murder Inc. Records and was making gangster music. And he basically ended up falling off, and it just didn't work in a lot of ways. And it just is an example of someone that, or where you should create an environment where people are themselves. And bouncing off that, he has a line that says, empower the people around you to live their truth. As long as you're comfortable walking your truth, no one will ever beat you at being you either. And I love that so much. Like for me personally, I feel like I'm like unapologetically myself, especially now. And I just love and respect people that can basically be themselves, like unapologetically, authentically themselves, like good or bad. And so like for me, I would just never live a fake life. Like I would, if I was a rapper, I would never act like a gangster because I'm just not a gangster. I love art and I love music, so I would make music, but I would relate it to like what I am and like what I embrace and what I represent. And so I just feel like it's so great when people like 50 really respect that as well, just being yourself and really fully embracing it. Um, a little bit off topic, but he has another line that where he mentions that the Greeks believe in this saying called agon, where it's people coming together for purposes of either contest or a competition. And he also says this line that says, to the Greeks, the most basic energy in the world was a battle between two forces. A debate was a fight between two people over an idea. Exercise is a fight between energy and fatigue. Study is a fight between you and the material. Every new day is a fight between light and darkness. I love that so much because I feel like 50 Cent, obviously, like growing up the way he did and being an amateur boxer and just being a rapper and being like around competition in so many ways, I feel like he really lived by that because everything could be seen as a competition, but it's like a healthy competition. Like you obviously like he goes on to talk about Lamborghini and Ferrari, how they were both Italian car connoisseurs, and they ended up rivaling each other, and but it was a healthy rivalry where like you wanted to kind of one up each other, but you still respected each other, and so I do think